match number 5, we saw Virat Kohli and Faf du Plessis power Royal Challengers Bangalore to a huge 8-wicket win over Mumbai Indians. Kohli was in superb form. He scored 82 not out. Faf was also swinging away. He got, I think, 73. Sham, that was vintage Kohli, wasn't it?
Absolutely. The king is back, eh?
Hello and welcome to our weekly IPL catch-up show. Today we are joined by the Gulf News duo Sham and Satish, superfan Pradeep Dal, and we're delighted to once again welcome back UAE national team batsman CP Rizwan. How's everyone doing, guys?
Good, thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Good to have you all on again. Okay, we've already had 5 matches of the new IPL season, and there's already been some surprising results. In match 1, the reigning champions Gujarat Titans began the defense with a 5-wicket win over Chennai Super Kings. Rituraj Gaikwad had a good game. Shubman Gill did also quite well for their sides in that opening match. But Satish, what went wrong with your team?
I think the final end was not perfect because at 124 in 11 overs with about 2 wickets down, I would expect somewhere past the 200 mark, because easily you can score about 12 in the last 7-8 overs. That means you're looking at 96 runs in the last 12 overs. That I would say a minimum, because a 200% strike rate is probably the minimum you could expect in the last 5 to 8 overs. But that's where I think 2 things happened. The Gujarat bowling bowled very well. The bowlers bowled really well. He came back strong. And I would say that day Shivam Dube didn't try to play a very smart cricket. Unfortunately, he was trying to hit it hard, and he was probably less than run a ball at that point in time, which actually hampered the momentum of the others. So it had a knock-on effect, and I think Chennai were about at least 15 to 20 runs short of the target, which would have been a big thing when they were defending it later on.
Rizwan, Gujarat, they put in it was a brilliant display by the champions. It was like they were saying, we're the champions, and it's going to take something really special to beat us. How impressed were you by them?
Yeah, definitely. They made a strong statement, chasing the match down, first match of the tournament, and a lot of, notable performances in that match. Rituraj Gaikwad, putting up a show. Brilliant stroke play. He's always very easy to watch. Some of the shots he played was very beautiful, and that's why he's one of the highly rated batsmen in India at the moment. We just need to convert those performances to India. The lesser opportunity he had got, I would say. But having said that, overall, in the context of the game, if he had played, little more overs, it would have been better, because always, if you have a set batsman playing the death overs, it's always, very important, rather than new batsmen coming in playing a couple of balls to, get going. Coming back to the chase, Shubman Gill, what a play he is. The way he started, he gave a solid platform for the team. He would have been sad that he couldn't get going and finish up the game. But having said that, they have enough, batting to cover up that. The India's all-rounder Vijay Shankar. He would have been slightly also sad that he couldn't win the match, because he was a set batsman at that point of time, and we have seen that Tewatia was struggling initially. He was not getting any boundaries, but it had to be the firepower of Afghan Rashid Khan who turned the tide in their favor in the end. Otherwise, it would have been even tougher for Gujarat, but they would definitely take that win and take forward into the tournament.
Okay, in match 2, Punjab beat Kolkata by 7 runs. Arshdeep Singh did quite well in that game. But Sham, how annoying was it that the match was affected by the rain? We had several lengthy rain disruptions and delays. Do you think the focus of the players was affected?
I would say so, because in any case, Calcutta were pretty much out of the game by then. Okay, it's annoying to see a match being abandoned early in the sense like rain interruptions are always unwelcome. But in this case, I think as it is, Calcutta were behind in the Duckworth Lewis turn run rate, and I didn't think at any point they would have they could have overhauled the Punjab Kings total, so it didn't really matter.
Yeah, it didn't really matter. Okay, match number 3. We're just going to quickly go through all the matches so far. It was England's Mark Wood who was the star of the show. He bagged 5 wickets as Lucknow. They thrashed Delhi. Let's bring Pradeep in. He's patiently waiting. Pradeep, Wood was bowling close to 150 kilometers an hour. I mean, that was absolutely superb. He literally blew Delhi away. How impressed were you with his 5-wicket spell?
Well, he's Wood has always been, if you see for his national side as well, he's always been clocking those numbers on a very consistent level. And another thing that's kind of emerging now, and more so far in this season in IPL and a couple of seasons before, the quicks are really making their run counted, in the sense you see an Umran Malik who's also clocking close to 150. You would see a couple of seasons before Nokia of South Africa also at the similar level. So these guys are really becoming very difficult to play. Look at yesterday's match also. I mean, the quicks now are really kind of making an impact, I would say, in this tournament.
Yeah, for sure. And they'll continue to do so. Okay, in match number 4, it was another Englishman who caught the eye. This time it was the explosive Josh Butler, who helped Rajasthan beat Hyderabad. He scored 54. Skipper Sanju Samson also got a half century. Rizwan, you're a batsman. You would have appreciated those two performances by those two players. How good were they both?
Yeah, I mean, as they are world-class players, they could, blast any of the bowlers on their respective day, and they showed why they are rated so high, and they made a huge score in the context of the game. I mean, scoring 200 plus, and the other team getting all out merely very less runs. So that showed their impact. As I told in the pre-show before the IPL, that they are the force to be reckoned with, and they said, or they cemented that statement, because they are a force to be reckoned with. They have covered all bases: batting, bowling, fielding. They have also top-class fielders, and that's a huge statement. There are things to see in the coming tournament, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Things to see, for sure. Okay, and in the last match played, match number 5, sorry, the late one yesterday, match number 5, we saw Virat Kohli and Faf du Plessis power Royal Challengers Bangalore to a huge 8-wicket win over Mumbai Indians. Kohli was in superb form. He scored 82, not out. Faf was also swinging away. He got, I think, 73. Sham, that was vintage Kohli, wasn't it?
The king is back, eh?
Absolutely, I pretty much agree there. See, the thing is, this is Kohli at his best. I mean, he's the guy who could anchor the innings, and towards the end, he can fire away, and that's precisely what we saw yesterday. And I mean, Bangalore were in complete control of the match, and at no point did they look like losing their way at all. So that was vintage Kohli.
Pradeep, the 5-time winners Mumbai, they looked clueless yesterday. That was a very heavy defeat. What happened to them yesterday?
In fact, there are a couple of things which probably stood out. One of them was that they were really missing Bumrah. They were seriously missing Bumrah. Geoffrey Archer, people had very high expectations from him, but he was nowhere near his prime, in the sense like he was clocking 130s, early 40s, and that's about it. So there wasn't that speed in terms of when he's been consistently clocking 150 plus and so on. So they really were missing Bumrah. That's one. And secondly, I don't know, somehow even Rohit was not at his prime. He was probably either apparently there was a speculation a couple of days ago that he didn't go for the captain's meet in Ahmedabad. The reasons were not known. Is he well? That's what the trade the papers were reporting. So I guess, and he himself, Rohit, said at the end of the match that we really need to kind of look inwards at our bowling, and we really need to improve that part. So they have to do a lot of things. Even Shane Bond, their bowling coach himself, was quite frustrated. And he said, why does this happen to us? Apparently, they have a not so great record. Their inaugural matches, most of them they've lost. Mumbai.
Yeah, I
Mumbai
mean, it's been the same case with them for the last couple of seasons. They've been pretty bad, but traditionally also they've been slow starters, but they are hoping to come back. But I seriously don't see they have the enough arsenal to make a strong statement.
I would, considering what we saw yesterday and what some of the others have been talking about, yeah, probably that's the case.
Okay, that brings us up to date with the first 5 matches. Pradeep, which team's performances have you been most surprised with or most impressed with, and which player has caught your eye so far?
Well, one player I kind of yesterday's match, Tilak, the Mumbai Indian batter, I think he played really, really well. He was like, it was like the entire Mumbai Indian team was playing on another wicket, and he was playing on another wicket in another place. And it was unbelievable. You should have seen. I mean, I kind of saw almost all his, innings, and he was like really going well. He was really going well. So he was one that really stood out. In fact, another, even in yesterday's bowling, particularly kind of picking up the Indian bowlers and batters. Siraj, if you see his first 3 overs, they were unbelievable. I mean, he did not even in those 3 overs, he did not give one loose ball. Every single ball was on length, and I believe he probably had given 3 or 5 runs.
5 runs.
Those, 5 runs in those 3 overs. So he also did a remarkable job.
Yeah, going forward, there's going to be many standout performances. Okay, let's quickly turn our attentions to the impact player rule. I'm sure we're going to be talking about this a lot as the season progresses. Gujarat captain Hardik Pandya has already said that the new rule makes his job very difficult, because he's saying basically there's too many options available for him now during the matches. Now, Sham, with that said, which IPL captain do you think is going to be able to make the most use and be the most innovative when it comes to using this new rule?
It's difficult to say, Imran, simply because this is a new rule and people are still feeling their way through. Because if you look at the last few matches so far, there's been nothing so. I mean, none of the impact players have really made an impact. Like some of them have been turned out to be damn squibs, really. So it'll take a while for them to constructively use this. One of the problems I read is where the Chennai coach, I mean, not the Chennai coach, the Bangalore coach, Mike Hesson, said that part of the reasons is the captains go for the toss with 2 teams, and normally the team lists are exchanged before the toss. Now what happens is the team lists are exchanged after the toss. So you have the captains with 2 teams, like one when you are batting first, one you are bowling first. So that takes away a bit of the surprise element or the use of the substitute or the impact player. I mean, an impact player should be like an ace, like when you have all your options gone, you throw that in. So here, with already you have made up your mind after the toss, okay, you're going to bat first, so this is the player I'm going to have. So you already have that the players in place. So the impact player at that point makes much less impact than what it would have actually been. So I think it'll take. I think by the end of the season, you would know how well or how good this impact rule has been.
Yeah, I think as the season progresses, we're going to see a lot of teams either using it really well or detrimentally, depending on the situation. But at the moment, let's talk about something else now. There's been lots of injuries leading up to the new season. And now the latest player is Kane Williamson, who's been ruled out for the entire season now for the IPL. Rizwan, how do you think Gujarat are gonna do now with losing such a player like Kane Williamson? Is it going to affect their chances this season?
Yeah, I think so, because he has been in form of his life. He has been scoring runs all through the year for New Zealand. and obviously he's one of the main batters for them, and he has been playing IPL from a long time. With his experience, he would have been a great asset. But I think they still have their firepower with them, to make it up for him. But I'm sure they will find a way and come back a solution for this. And with their strength, they have the likes of Rashid Khan, who has been even he has been highly said of by Hardik Pandya after the match that he's an asset for a team. Like, he'll get you wickets, he'll bowl economic spells, and hit some sixes in the end when it's required. So I mean, they are in good space. I'm sure they'll find a way.
Yeah, he's going to be a big loss, Williamson. But as Rizwan says, there's plenty of batting and quality to come to cover for the team. Okay, let's have a quick preview of match number 6, which is tonight at 6. It's Chennai Super Kings facing Lucknow Super Giants. Satish, your boys need to get back to winning ways after that losing the season opener. But with England's Mark Wood in hot form right now for Lucknow, this is going to be a tough game, isn't it?
Yes, I wouldn't say really a tough game because for the simple reason that Chennai batting is quite a strong run. That way, I wouldn't be worried about Wood per se because yes, you can have come back and bowl those spells of 140, 150 at one point of time. But last year the same thing happened when Umran Akmal was steaming in at 140, 150. He was probably he gave away so many runs, and Rituraj and even Conway, they were hitting him with comfort. So I wouldn't be worried about Wood. But yes, in fact, I think they are playing in Chennai after a couple of seasons. So it will be a big boost of playing in Chennai because it's Chennai's a den. So not many people have managed to beat Chennai in Chennai. So I would say it's not going to be easy because the wicket will be slower. It won't be quicker. So the spinner should be playing a bigger role in today's game. And having said that, I would say that I would say more importantly, it's the Lucknow batting that might cause them the worry than Chennai's batting, because even last game, if you look at after such a phenomenal start, after dropping a catch and coming back into the game, I think they could have scored much more. But I think Lucknow's batting looks a bit suspect to me. And with Chennai spinners coming in, bowling well, I'm sure Chennai has got a good variety of spinners as well. So I would say it's not a worry. I would still go and back my team, Chennai. And having said that, another point to add, there is one last time you said the Bangalore has to change their that slogan. Yes, in a way it happened because in a press conference, Faf du Plessis, who is not good with his English, happened to say that by mistake he happened to say Isal Cup Nahi. So possibly that's a good moment.
Because of that, it might change for them.
RCB, so they might actually win it.
Definitely. I saw that. Yeah. Good one.
But I think, Satish, I've got to disagree with Wood being in such good form right now. He's probably going to be relishing taking on Chennai. I've come off from a heavy defeat. Pradeep, what do you think about tonight's game? Who do you think has the edge?
I would be putting my money on Lucknow. They are a better balanced side. I don't think it'll be very easy to beat them. I mean, again, going by if you say winning percentage of Chennai in Chennai is very, very high. It's unprecedented. It's about 70+%. They've won the matches when they've played there. But probably, that Dhoni, and now, it's been what? He's been a year and a half or a little more than that away from competitive cricket. Yes, of course, he's a great mind and a master tactician, and strategy-wise, he's great. But, I mean, like they say, you need to have that real match experience to be kind of really ready for all this. So I would bet on Lucknow.
Okay, we'll see how that one goes. But in the meantime, head to golfnews.com for all the latest news and reviews. Also, make sure to check us out on our social media platforms. That's all from us for today. Thank you to my guests, and we will see you again next week.